Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, our group will present about air pollution and its effect on human health. So, this is a group presenter. We go through to the introduction. So, actually, what is the issue in this case study? So, the issue is air pollution is release of pollutant into the air that are very harmful to human health and our earth. This air pollution is a mixture of particles and gases that can affect at higher risk of disease and rising in temperature of the earth. Some of the pollutants are poisonous as it can increase the chances of having health problem when a living organism already inhales the pollutant. Our goal in this case study. So our goal is to analysis on how air pollution can affect on human health. Next, what is a problem statement in this case study? So actually, the problem statement is a causes of air pollution to study the effect on human health.
Let us look at the causes of the air pollution. First, factories, exhaust and plants. Industrial plants are operating tons of heavy machinery that is emitting pollutant out into the air. Carbon dioxide is released out into the atmosphere due to the burning fossil fuels. More than 50% of the greenhouse gases are due to industries and electrical generating factories. Second, vehicles exhaust fumes. It is the leading source of air pollution, as millions of vehicles being operated every day, and it releases a very high amount of carbon monoxide. Fossil fuel-based power plants. During the burning process of fossil fuels, chemicals such as sulfur dioxide are released. They travel straight into the atmosphere, react with water molecules, and create acid rain. Fourth, agriculture and construction activities, where it's utilizing gas guzzling and air polluting heavy machinery. Ammonia is often a byproduct of farming operation, and construction produce a lot of dust and particle waste together with pesticide and fertilizer. 5. Natural causes. Forest fires, volcanoes, and dust storms across the world, and it all contribute to the amount of air pollution in the environment. 6. Other causes. Indoor air pollution such as household chemicals. It is commonly found in the house that are major causes of air pollution. For example, household pesticides, which can be used to control insects, rodents, and termites. Next, let us look at the air pollution effects on human health. First, respiratory disorder. It can cause a different level of damage in respiratory system. First, irritation in trachea. It causes voice disturbance. Common disease in the respiratory disorder is asthma and lung cancer. Second, cardiovascular dysfunction, where it is associated with changes in white blood cell counts that affect the cardiovascular function. Exposure to high levels of NO2 is associated with right and left ventricular hypertrophy. Third, neuropsychiatric complication, where toxic substances have damaging effect on the nervous system, including neurological complication and psychiatric disorder. In the recent studies, relationship between air pollution and neurobehavioral hyperactivity, criminal activity, and age-inappropriate behavior have been found. Aggression and anxiety and megacities also are in a close relationship with the high level of air pollution. Fourth, skin damage, where the skin is the first organ that may be contaminated by a pollutant, as it is the body's first line of defense. The skin is able to absorb the pollutants from the surrounding. Moreover, it can affect skin aging and cause pigmented spots on the face. 5. Organs damage. Studies shows that traffic-related air pollution on the incidence of autism and its related disorder in fetus and children. Disrupting endocrine biochemical components of pollutants have been described as a possible mechanistic pathway of autism or other neurological disorders. There are relationships between air pollution exposure and fetal head size in late pregnancy, fetal growth, and low birth weight. 6. Immune system dysfunction. It is affected by several environmental factors such as poor air quality, where it can cause serious complications in the immune system, such as an abnormal increase in the serum level of the immunoglobulin. It may also cause immune dysfunction at different stages, which can serve as the basis of increased risk of numerous diseases such as neuroinflammation and altered brain innate immune response. Lastly, eye irritation, where it can vary from asymptomatic eye problems to dry eye problem. Chronic exposure to air pollutants increases the risk for retinopathy and adverse ocular outcomes. Irritation of the eye, dry eye syndrome, and some of the major blinding may happen too. Here are some key facts about air pollution. According to the Global Burden of Disease Report 2013, air pollution contributes to more than 5.5 million premature deaths every year. Another report by the International Energy Agency estimates the number to be 9.5 million deaths per year. According to the WHO, 98% of cities in low and middle income countries with more than 100,000 inhabitants have unsafe level of air pollution. Pregnant women who live in high traffic areas have a 22% higher risk of having children with impaired lung function.
There are a few alternatives for avoid air pollution. First, by non-governmental organizations that used to be called as NGO. They can collecting the data required to develop emission inventories for key major pollutants related to the company's own activities. Next, NGO can establishing programs that reduce air pollution from its own operations and also from its suppliers. Last, they also can promote awareness campaigns to transparently communicate the levels of emission caused by its operation and explain what will be done to reduce those emissions. On the other hand, the efforts by government should also be given attention, such as create green space in cities to help remove some pollutants. Then, the government should reduce the burning of stubble in fields of one of cities. Also, moving from coal and gas power stations, also diesel generators, to solar, wind, and hydropower.
There are a few recommendations on how we can avoid or reduce risk, which is outdoor air pollution and indoor air pollution. First is for the outdoor air pollution. Use public transportation. Use public modes of transportation such as bus, shared ride, or if it is just a stone's throw away from our home, we can walk or cycling. Public transportation use is one of the most effective actions individuals can take to conserve energy. Using public transportation can reduce the number of single occupancy vehicles on the road, and this will reduce the amount of pollutant entering the air. Also, walking and cycling down quieter side streets also can lower your exposure to air pollution. Next is monitor air pollution level. Before going out or engage in outdoor activities, please get into habit of verifying the air quality index in your area. In this way, you can determine whether you should take precaution or you can avoid polluted area to safeguard your health. You can check the air quality index from local radio or any online reliable source. Also, try to avoid exercising outdoor during rush hour. The third one is recycling and reuse. Recycle is helpful for air pollution as it helps in reducing pollution emission. Recycling helps to reduce the pollution caused by the extraction and processing of raw material. Also, when products are made using recovered rather than raw material, less energy is used during manufacturing and fewer pollutants are emitted. Here is few ways to ensure that the air quality in our home is good. First is make sure to use energy efficiently. Plant trees. Trees around your house and your neighborhood could help to reduce air pollution significantly. Also, please do not smoke indoors, as cigarette smoke contains carcinogenic substances and toxins that remain indoor air for a long time. Last but not least is open your window. Opening your window fully at least once a day can replace polluted indoor air with fresh air from outside. In conclusion, air pollution has major impacts on human health, leading to high morbidities and mortalities. Therefore, air pollution control is vital and should be on top priority of all human beings in this world. Reducing air pollution will contribute to a cleaner environment and a better human health in the future. The world will not change overnight and it will not change by itself. Hence, the responsibility is in every person's hand and we all have to do our part to stop the increase of air pollution. Together, we can all be part of the solution of air pollution.